You may now begin your presentation.
The world is desperate.
Autistic children are lonely.
Farmers are exhausted. People have prejudice.
Society is harsh. How can we light up the world? Light up the world for farmers. Project Ewha.
In Korea, it is hard for most of the farmers to make profit by farming due to their lack of business knowledge. Also, due to recession of the whole economy, farmers couldn't make consistent income and they're having financial problems.
Mr. and Mrs. Che are the victims of this problem. Over the last 20 years, Che Sung-woo and his wife, Yoo In-soo, devoted all their lives to mushroom cultivation. However, because of their lacking actual business knowledge, they had difficulties in marketing and distribution. They always had irregular income, and even that was not enough to sustain their livelihood.
To solve these problems, we Enactus team practiced the project with goals of branding and improving distribution channels. First, we created Bombay Mushroom logo with our farm's folk story and increased public awareness by making a catchphrase, 돈보다 귀한 버섯.
Second, to improve distribution channel, we made a partnership with Hello Nature, and the profit increased by 15%.
However, in spite of this profit growth, mushrooms in domestic market are mostly occupied by large-scale farms. Mr. Che's small farm had a limit of profitability in a certain degree.
Therefore, we Enactus team introduced the sixth industry. Sixth industry is the combining structure of first, second, and third industries, which makes synergy fact to make higher profitability.
While the last year's activities were about first and second industry, this year we focused on third industry. It makes more added values to improve our farm's profitability.
To begin the third industry business, we introduced the Experience Farm. This Experience Farm provides various experiences with farm products. Here, many children can enjoy playing and learning in the real nature.
We developed the program of Experience Farm through benchmarking. We visited mid-workshop and redesigned the program so that children can easily apply recipes.
In addition, we also created other content like making mushroom pots, picking mushrooms, and mushroom games. As a result, 2,035 people visited our farm and we made a profit of 15 million won.
We, Enactus team, were not satisfied with this result and introduced a new business model, Education Farm. Over the last 3 years, the demand for Education Farm has increased by 500% because it provides experiences relevant to school's curriculum. In addition, as Education Farm has long-term curriculum, we can secure our constant consumers.
We made teaching plan based on over 100 textbooks of elementary and middle school. We differentiated our program by integrating with school education. For example, firstly, children can learn ecosystem by studying mushrooms in middle school curriculum.
Secondly, children can learn reproduction by observing how mushrooms reproduce.
Lastly, children can learn microorganisms as they observe mushroom fungus by microscope. Like this, we made a 3-month education program by including the content of school curriculum.
We in Enactus team wanted to construct systematic education farm program. Therefore, we showed our curriculum to Pasang City's government officials for getting Agile Farm certificate. Finally, we were selected for Agile Farm and earned 50 million won for infrastructure and consultations.
The financial support, we are building many infrastructures. Currently, we have installed stairs, benches, and pond. All of these were designed considering children.
Also, Mr. Che and his wife consistently can receive detailed business consulting in Technology Center.
And they are educated at TIA Academy for constructing specialized content of Education Farm. Also, they have organized Education Farmers Cooperative and communicated continuously to improve the program.
As a result, Mr. and Mrs. Che could improve their business mind and increase our farm sustainability. Moreover, our profit increased by 30%, and Mr. Che made 3 times higher income by our visitors' purchase.
홍보를 함에 있어서도 훨씬 수월한 그런 장점을 가지고 있는데, 도에서 5천만 원이라는 자금을 저희에게 지원을 해주고 저희 농장을 적극적으로 홍보를 해줌으로써 대리팜 사업을 하는데 전적으로 도움을 많이 받았다고 생각합니다.
Mr. and Mrs. Che secure expertise and identity of Education Farm so they can have stable income. Consequently, they can improve their self-esteem and feel sense of accomplishment.
Our project consists of 50 million won fundraise from Uniform Certificate,
2070 total customers,
10,000 hours of experience and education program,
41 million won of profit.
Light up the World for Autism, Project Enactus.
Autism attack rate of Korea is 2.5 times that of Europe and US. On average, households with disabled children spend about 52% of their income for training their children. However, the government support fund is too insufficient. According to each country's government support of average medical expenses, Sweden covers 100%, US 97%, and Korea covers only 12%. Therefore, all the autistic children's families in Korea are having trouble financially.
It is difficult for an autistic child to express in language and interact with others. Though verbal communication is difficult for them, they are visually well developed.
Therefore, art therapy is an adequate treatment because it makes possible for them to express their inner consciousness through nonverbal methods. This is good for children's visual, awareness, and functional development.
We, Enactus team, made this business model by combining the economic difficulties of autistic children's parents and their needs for art therapy. First, professional art therapists from 한국통합미술치료학회 called KYATA provide treatment for free.
Second, the drawings from the treatment are retouched by designers and are born to design stationeries.
Third, starting with online sales, we'll carry out constant promotions by exhibitions. After that, we'll spend our sales by making offline stores.
Last, 10% of the margin is directly sent to autistic children, and the rest is used for later art therapies and exhibitions.
We, Enactus team, created a new social value by combining our partners' needs. KYATA hopes to offer research experience for art therapists. 한국유경학교 hopes to provide specialized therapy to children that the school cannot provide. Designers hope to promote ethical consumption by making valuable products.
We, Enactus team, grasped all these different needs of partners, and finally, we made Enactus together. Through this business model, autistic children can save 240 million won in total.
We won a prize in 2013 Social Venture Competition and have been selected for 2014 Social Entrepreneur Fostering Project. We are also selected by our school's Startup Assistance Project. As a result, we are now proceeding with the project using this total fund 210 million won for seed money.
Now, we explain how the art therapy has been progressed. In March, we selected 10 autistic children in 한국유경학교. We primarily considered their age and economic condition. We separated 10 children into class A and B. 7 therapists run the class, and 44 therapists held the year.
On April 2nd, 2014, we initiated our first art therapy. Here, this is our curriculum. The art therapy has 3 stages: early, middle, and closing stage. In the early stage, the autistic children build a rapport with the art materials and their therapists. In this stage, the children's drawing becomes the medium of the communication.
In the middle stage, the children profoundly inspect themselves and the surroundings.
In the last stage, they come to communicate with their teammates, learning how to express themselves. We are currently in the early stage. Until now, we have conducted 13 art therapy sessions through various techniques such as replicating hands, drawing mandala, selecting color, collage, and free drawing.
Now, we will explain the designing process. When we plan concepts for notebooks, we try not to damage our children's original pictures. Thus, we selected 3 concepts: perforating concept, picture diary concept, and pattern concept.
Lastly, we explain commercialization process. We are cooperating with a social enterprise, League1, which manufactures eco-friendly stationeries with socially disadvantaged people.
We add our designer's draft into League1's finished books so that we can create League1's eco-friendly notes. These notebooks will hit the stores within the month.
Next year, we will exhibit children's drawings and launch second product. We plan to expand item categories continuously. We will try our best to provide art therapy to many children and improve the recognition of autistic children by selling products.
보통 사람들이 학교에 아동이나 상대 아동에 대해서 유능하다 아니면 아무리 할 수 없다 이런 증상이 있다 이런 생각을 가지고 살고 있는데 지금 바로데스가 저희 모델하고 그런 것들이 아니라 일반적인 사람들께서는
Children can communicate with the world and develop self-esteem by seeing their drawings pointing to products. Moreover, their families will get financial support and become more proud of their children who will play their roles in our society.
Our project consists of 4 partnerships,
10 children,
690 hours a year for treatment.
63 people pursuing the same social value.
240 million economic aspects,
21 million fundraised.
The world is not desperate anymore.
Lonely to lively.
Exhausted to established.
Prejudice to prospect.
harsh to hope.
We hope more farmers be confident.
More children are to be cured. More public attentions are to be paid.
More stories are spread to the world.
Light of the people, light of the world, light of the possibility. We are Enactus!
We will now move the question and answer period. All the judges may ask questions. Q&A 시간은 한국어로 진행하겠습니다. 시청자분들께서 질문 주시면 손을 들어주시면 저희 스태프이 마이크를 받아드리겠습니다. 시작하겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 그린나래 프로젝트에 대해서 질문드리는데요. 무료 미술치료를 받음으로써 한 학생당, 한 아동당 경제적 이득이 2,400만 원이라고 이야기를 하셨는데요. 이게 어떻게 해서인지 이게 어떤 기준이 있는 건가요? 기간과 어떤 기준?
네, 감사합니다. 그린나래 프로젝트 매니저 김지현입니다. 저희 아동들의 미술 치료 비용을 그렇게 측정한 것은 아이들이 한 해당 5만 원에 해당하는 치료를 받는다고 측정한 것이고요. 한 달에 4번, 그러니까 일주일에 한 번의 치료가 있고 1개월 활동할 필요가 있기 때문에 2,400원.
한 달에 그럼 20만 원인데
네네.
그러면
10명
10명에게 합쳐서
그 버섯 교육 농장의 그 수익이 어떻게 지역 내에서 그 어떻게 순환되는 그런 것이 좀 체계가 마련되어 있는
교육공장 같은 경우는 저는 수익성을 보고 채택을 하게 됐습니다. 교육공장은 기존의 유통을 통한 수익률보다 1배 이상의 수익률을 얻을 수 있고요. 그리고 저희 농장 같은 경우는 한 10곳이랑 30분에서 40분 거리에 있어요. 그리고 이제 강남 같은 경우는 차 1시간 내에 거리에 있습니다. 그래서 저는 그런 측면에서 수요를 확보할 수 있다고 보고 있고요.
제가 좀 더 보강 그 수익이 그 농장 사업을 해서 발생이 될 텐데 그 수익이 어떤 그 지역 공동체 내에 순환되는 그런 메커니즘이 있는지 좀 여쭤보겠습니다.
현재 보시다시피 저희는 에듀판이라는 교육 인증 국가고요. 저희 경기도에서 국가에서 직접 지원하는 거의 유일의 교육 인장 인증입니다. 저희가 이번에 그 에듀판 선정이 돼서 5천만 원을 받게 됐고요. 그 이제 많은 비용이 이제 시설 인프라 구축과 교육 프로그램 개발에 쓰고 있습니다. 그 후에 이제 지역 그 화성시에 있는 지역 농가들과 연계를 해서 팜파트나 이런 식으로 이제 지역의 노하우를 공유하는 자리가 지금 현재 일어나고 있고요. 그래서 저희는 그 지역 농가들의 교육을 통해서 정기적인 피드백을 서로에게 주고 있습니다. 그래서 이렇게 피드백을 받는 것 자체가 저희 지역 수험장 첫 번째로 되고 있고요. 그 후에 이제 저희 대상자 저희 생각으로는 앞으로 투자 플랜으로 그 피드백을 받는 도중에 이제 교육 문제를 다시 제대로 하게 되면 지금 아직 시설 구축 중이지만 제도적인 분명 인력 부족하기 때문에 그 인력을 지역 공동체에서 적절하게 선택할 예정입니다.
죄송한데요. 아까 답변 드리고가 아직도 이해가 안 됐어요.
네.
보충 질문해보려고 하는데 그러면 한 아동당 경제적 이득인 게 아니라 총 10명이 1년에 2,400만 원인 건가요?
네.
그런데 여기에는 총 2억 4천만 원이라고 이렇게 되어 있는데 이건 뭔가 오류가 있는 건가요?
잘못된 거.
그렇죠. 잘못된 거죠 이게.
아동당 경제적 이득이 240만 원이 아니라
그러니까 여기 지금 브로셔에 보면은 한 아동당 경제적
2,400만 원이
2,400인데 이게 240이어야 되는 거죠. 그리고 총이 2,400이어야 되는 거죠.
네, 10명 합친 금액이 2,400만
그러면
원.
여기에 잘못 나와 있는 거네요.
그럼 문부 제작으로도 어떤 이득이 발생한 건가요?
공부 제작으로는 아직은 이익이 발생하지 않았고요. 저희가 7월 중으로 33종의 시제품을 출시할 예정입니다.
질문 두 가지 드리고 싶은데요. 그린날의 첫 번째 그린날에는 이 자폐아동들 그림을 활용해서 사업으로 만드는 이런 프로젝트들, 사회적 기업들이 꽤 있는 걸로 알고 있어요. 근데 여기에서 이 그린날의 팀이 다른 데와 다르게 뭔가 차별점이 있다거나 그린날의 팀이 없었으면 안 될 거를 어떤 거 하면 정말 우리가 구축을 했다라는 시스템이 있는 건지 하나 궁금하고요. 두 번째 2년 쪽은 사실 아까 이제 뭐 그 농장에서 홍보나 어떤 그 하드웨어 구축해 주신 이런 부분들이 있는데 이게 그 농장을 운영하시는 분들한테 어떤 노하우 전수가 되는 건지 아니면 2년 팀이 들어가서 활동을 할 때는 가능한 분들이지만 팀이 빠지면 사실은 또 다시 어려운 예전 모습으로 돌아가는 건지.
저희 그린날에 먼저 답변 드리겠습니다. 저희가 파도에서 기업과의 차별점은 저희는 기술 교육이 아니라 지금 치료를 제공하는
네, 죄송합니다만 Q&A 시간이 좀 걸렸습니다. 이와 관련된 사안은 개인적으로 규정인지 어쩔 수 없어 죄송합니다. 수고해주신 우리 팀원의 발표 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.